Today we continue our strange, erotic journey from Milan to Minsk. Well, it's actually from Newport, Oregon to Boston, Massachusetts. And today, we got something special in store. We're gonna stop in Marne, Iowa, and visit some friends. Fuzzy Biker, Colorado Mark, whole bunch of people over at Baxter Cycles. I hear they got a flagship store over there that we need to check out. A flagship Royal Enfield store. And to say I'm excited would be a bit of an understatement. I'm pumped. Let's fire up old Jenny here, get on the road, and make some tracks. One thing I need to point out. The seat on the Royal Enfield Himalayan is not for everyone. Including this guy, I found out. So, the problem is, it kind of scooches you forward a little bit, and after a while, your boys get a little mangled, if you know what I'm saying. Do you know what I'm saying? So, what I've done is, I've taken a Sabatino Moto Royal Enfield sweatshirt, and I've placed it strategically underneath my sheepskin rug here, and I put the seat back to its low position, and I think I've got it dialed in. We're currently in Sioux City at this beautiful Super 8 motel, and we're actually going to Walnut, because that's where not Walgreens, Walnut, Iowa, because that's the closest motel I could find to Marne. It's going to be about 2 hours, 10 minutes. Wahoo! We're in Whiting, Iowa, and, things just got a little interesting. I happened to look down and saw the radar blinking away down there. And I think we're going to need to stop over here at Kirby's Market. Reassess our lives. Or at least the next couple hours. That's me right there. That's a giant bag of bullshit coming in from the west. And it just got updated, and you can see that the storm line is going to be basically intersecting me. So the big question is, do I sit here for an hour or whatever and let that pass? Do I try to outrun it? Or do I just hope that it dissipates by the time it gets anywhere near me? Let's plug on a little further, see what happens. Well, best laid plans. There's road work ahead, and I'm looking at, a 2-minute delay, but I have a feeling, knowing me and my luck, yeah. Alright, there's a guy with a box ahead, so let's stop for box guy. Oh, and a motorcycle. What are we riding? You're not riding a Himalayan, are you? No, he's riding a BMW. How's it going?
Oh,
How long are we going to be here?
I don't want to go. It's just tiny. We'll all be there.
Alright, so me and this gentleman were stopped at this stop for construction for a good 15 or 20 minutes. And we got to talking. And he started telling me all about how motorcycling is therapy, and you never see a motorcycle parked out in front of a therapist's office and stuff like that, and it keeps your brain sharp and all that. And I said, who are you? Me? He was like, it's just the same mindset. It's wonderful. I love it. This is why motorcycles are so fantastic. Also, because I sat there for 15 or 20 minutes, I had no choice. That storm has gotten closer. If you saw at the very beginning of the series, you remember Ladybug telling me to stop and, meet the people and talk to people and blah, blah, blah. I'm not really good at it. Sometimes my inclination in a situation like that would be to pull up, keep my helmet on, and just, pretend that I'm playing on my phone or something, because I don't know. But I'm really trying to break myself out of that. And every time I do, I have the most amazing conversation. And so that's my big lesson for today. Talk to people. Yeah, I know. It's groundbreaking. Okay. Right. They have trains here. Oh boy. It's coming right at me. There's no way I'm outrunning this one. But we're gonna try. Welcome to Harlan, where the speed limit is 45. And the kids are robust, and the farms are beautiful. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Go ahead. Go ahead, you can do it. Nice work. We're 9 minutes away from Baxter Cycle, and we've just hit Windmill country. It's pretty cool. So my first order of business, after explaining who the hell I am and why I do what I do, is to see if I can get myself some sort of gel seed or something. That's the first order of business. Second order of business is I need me a Baxter t-shirt or something similar. Third order of business, I can really use a bottle of water. I haven't stopped all day. Not that it's been all that long of a day, but I don't care what part of the country you're in. Whether it's, you know, barren farmland or Rocky Mountains. You can find the beauty in just about anything. And I just happen to find all of this really beautiful. Even this thing. I don't know. I also love trees in the middle of nowhere. Anyway, I'm a weirdo. I'll talk to you in 6 minutes. Welcome to Marne, where the speed limit is 45. Now I see why they call it a mini-tropolis. Why did I think Baxter Motorcycle would be in, like, the little downtown area? This is so much better. Oh my god, they got a big Triumph sign out. Look at this. Look at all the motorcycles. Oh. Baxter Cycle. We have arrived. I love it here already. If you notice, this is Fuzzy's bike, and there's a Bug Moto sticker right there. Oh, here we are. Oh, look at this place. Who is Randy Baxter?
So Randy Baxter in 1970s, Randy Baxter's Iowan local from this area. And 1977, he decides he wants to get into motorcycling. He finds this chicken shed in the town of Wyoda, I think, which is just down the road. He starts doing British motorcycles. And he ends up coming here. He's in a Packard, an old Packard, drives over here one day to Marne, the mighty metropolis of Marne, and sees this building, talks to the guy. The guy says, he says, how much you want for the building? The guy says, how much you want for your Packard? They trade. And he buys this building, and he starts, he's a British motorcycle guy, shop at that guy, at that point. And he starts buying, as the British motorcycle industry is declining, he's buying up old British shops, and he just starts collecting these parts and putting them in warehouses. And so he's got the largest vintage British motorcycle part collection in America, and then in the Americas, in North America. And he's an aficionado. He knows all the right people. He knows the people that own the largest motorcycle collections in all of America. This was his main business here, these vintage bikes. Well, then they start selling new Triumphs. They start selling Moto Guzzi's. They don't sell Guzzi's anymore. And they start selling Royal Enfields at some point. Mark knows a lot more about this than I do.
I think he sold Enfield for quite a while, but in the last, I don't know, since the 650s have come out.
15 about.
Since the newer style Enfields have come out, it's just exploded for the shop with the new Enfields. So this is Brian's working on some old stuff in here, but there's some beauties in here.
What is this room?
It's just kind of the vintage motorcycle mechanic shop.
All right, Mark. The only reason I'm here is because my boys are hurting. I need a seat or a seat cover or a gel seat or something. What do you guys have in stock?
We should have the touring seat or the rally seat.
I have the rally seat at home, and it's great.
But there's not a whole lot of other choices.
You've got how many miles on your Himalayan?
We're 68,208.
And you ride just the stock seat with nothing on it?
All stock, yep. I had a rally seat for a while,
Yeah, I've got that too.
and I ran about 2,000 miles of rally seat, and it was all right, but it wasn't, you know, it was more comfortable to have the standard. And for the kind of riding I do, it was more comfortable.
I have updates. All right, so this was my solution.
Aha. Oh,
You can get yourself a seat extender from Sabatino Moto. Just give Eric a call and he'll sell you a seat something modifier. But turns out, if this works, I swear to God, this would be the best thing it's ever.
oh yeah, it looks better without your sweatshirt under there too.
Yeah, it does.
You got it?
Yeah. I don't know why they put it on that side.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
All right, here's the solution. What you got to do is put the first one in the high position, the second one in the low position, so that it tilts back.
A little wonky.
I don't care. Saves the boys. I'm like a captain in the army over here. My privates keep getting slaughtered. I made that up on the way.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh,
What a country.
yeah, buddy.
The problem with the system is the seat's a little loose because it's not made to do this, but if you jam your sheepskin rug in between here, everything just tightens. Oh my.
But you're the only one I've ever heard have that problem.
Yeah? That's because everyone else is dead. Well, this was worth the 1,700-mile trip, if I'm being completely honest.
Hey, y'all, Fuzzy Biker here at Baxter Cycle in the mighty metropolis of Marne, Iowa. Look over there, Buck Moto.
Wow. What can I say? That was an absolute blast. Spending a couple hours at Baxter in Marne, Iowa. So much so, I'm going to go back tomorrow. I'm going to meet Fuzzy Biker, whose name is Keith, at the shop. We're going to go get breakfast, and then we're going to do a couple of videos together. So this is going to be either a two-part video or one very long video. I don't know yet. We'll see. But anyway, you know, I have a hard time in social situations for like the first 5 minutes. And then I instantly get a feel for people, and I immediately either become uncomfortable and leave, or just want to stay and stay and stay. And it was the latter for me. When I first walked in, it was Fuzzy Biker and 3 other people sitting around on chairs just talking about motorcycles and travel and stuff. And I couldn't figure out who worked there and who didn't. And it turns out none of them actually worked there. It's so fantastic. And I met Colorado Mark. I met Jeremy, the general manager, I believe is his title. He just runs the place. What an amazing, awesome place. I'm blown away. Anyway, I'm gonna go home, get me some dinner, do some work, editing work, and wake up nice and early in the morning and go see my new friends. That's what this trip's all about. It's a total hoot to be riding in the hometown of a guy who you've watched on YouTube for years. Someone who's kind of a legend in the Royal Enfield motorcycle space. Well, he's more than kinda. He's definitely a legend. Anytime I mention the durability or longevity or whatever of the Himalayan 450, someone always says, well, Fuzzy's got 1.5 million miles on his. He's actually got, I think, 68,000 miles on that Himalayan. And he's got it all prepped to head to Alaska tomorrow. Fuzzy Biker and I just had an amazing breakfast at, where was that?
You know, I don't know the name of the cafe. It's directly across from the police station here in Atlantic, Iowa.
Yeah. Well, if you're in Atlantic, Iowa, I highly suggest the skillet breakfast. It's top notch. Anyway, I wanted to introduce you all to Fuzzy.
How y'all doing?
Your name is actually Keith.
Yes, it is.
So you also ride a Himalayan, but you're kind of considered the legend. when it
Oh,
comes to
I don't know about that.
Himalayans. You're the OG. You're the.
There you go.
If anyone has any experience with Royal Enfield Himalayan, it's probably you. Tell me about how many miles have you actually put on this bike?
So this particular bike has 68,000 miles on it right now, and just a little over that, 68,200, 68,400. And tomorrow we're leaving for Alaska. This bike has been up to the Arctic Circle before, up to Alaska. Tomorrow we're taking it up there again. So second trip up into the Great White North.
So you kind of like this bike, I hear.
I love this bike.
What's your favorite part about this bike?
I love how capable it is, how easy it is, how it's friendly. It's on long straight roads. It's very stable and easy to get along with. You get in the dirt and the rough stuff. It's very manageable and controllable. It's it's 430 pounds in stock form, but it feels lighter than that when you're riding it through the roughest of baby heads and stair steps and ledges and all that kind of stuff. I've taken it on BDRs. It does the Alcan. It'll just do anything. I can drive through town. I can use it as a city bike. It just does everything. I've owned over 70 bikes, and this really is my favorite bike of all time.
You were telling me at breakfast that you spend a considerable amount of time on the road. How many days out of the year would you say you're actually spending riding?
Yeah, that's a hard one. Over 200, I'd say. I try to spend, at least 2 weeks out every month. And some months, like in January, we were 31 days on a trip. And we just got back from a trip we went to California. That was 18 days. And we're just heading out to Alaska. That'll be at least 30 days.
What drives your desire to spend so much time on the road?
There's a lot to see out there. The world's a big place. There's a lot of good people. There's a lot of really interesting things to see out there. I can sit at home in my easy chair and watch TV and, do that, or I can hop on my motorcycles and go out and see what's out there and meet people. And I've made countless good friends and seen amazing. I'll go to a part of the country and I'll meet somebody over there. That's their part of the world. They take me on their favorite roads. They show me the most amazing scenes, and it's just an adventure all the way.
You're maybe a year or two older than me. What's your advice for an older person, someone our age, who is looking at us saying, oh, I want to do that someday, but I don't have the time or the energy or the skills to hop on a bike and ride across America?
Make the time. Whatever you got to do it. So the biggest, it's active. You need the energy the activation energy. In chemistry, we call it activation energy. You need to get the spark. You need to get that thing going. You need to get out of the chair. I always talk about get out of that easy chair. Get out of that easy chair. Get out there and do something, and just do it. Do it. Just and as far as motorcycles go, find one to your liking that you can handle, you can manage. If it's small, it doesn't matter. If it's large, the larger one's a little harder to work with, but get something that you like the way it looks, like the way it sounds, and get out there and do it. Just start exploring. Go to where you want to go. Go somewhere close first, and then branch out from there. Ride 50 miles a day at first, and then 100 miles a day, and just keep on it rolling. There's endless roads out there.
Good luck in Alaska.
We're gonna have fun.
Give me a
wahoo!
I've got like another hour to go to Dubuque, and there's not a whole lot to share on this ride. I'm not saying it's bad or boring or anything. It's just there's not a lot going on. So I'm gonna just ride my last hour and reflect on the past couple of days and how much fun I had and how nice it was to meet folks. And when I get to the hotel, I'm going to have to figure out what exactly I'm doing tomorrow, because I don't know. I've kind of abandoned my itinerary, and I need to revise, which is fine. I don't mind doing that. It's just I'm no good at planning, especially route planning. So got to figure out tomorrow. And then at some point when I get some free time, I need to figure out how I'm getting from Boston back to Portland. Am I going to go north? Am I going to go south? Fuzzy Biker suggested I do US Route 50, which I believe starts in Maryland or something, and then goes all the way to California. So that's a possibility. There's always Route 66. There's Canada. There's maybe going back to Duluth. I don't know. We'll figure it out. It'll be fun. Anyway, that's where I'm going to leave it today. I will catch you on the next one. Here's a playlist of my trip so far. And here's some random video that YouTube thinks you're going to like. Who knows? I'll catch you on the next one. See ya. Route 20. Look at those clouds, huh? What a country.